Is the IWC crashing out? Andrade left the WWE, and we have to really talk about this, considering he joined. And one of the big guesses on why he joined definitely had to do with Charlotte Flair. But ever since they broke up, it definitely seems that he didn't have that tie that brought him back in the first place. I can't really speak on the relationship. What I will say is that some people are very upset. I'm not. I don't really care that much because Andrade, at the end of the day, even though his in ring was amazing, his promos were not. They just simply weren't. And his character, maybe if they booked him a very specific way, he could have flourished. But I do think that that says something that you have to be booked in a very particular way to get over. And there's just too much talent on the WWE roster for that very precise type of booking. You have to have a level of versatility and be able to connect to the fans with promo work. And that is a big thing that the WWE is trying to figure out a balance, especially on the main roster. Now, the difference between him and someone like Stephanie Valkyrie, she's already over. She got herself over through her in-ring work, and obviously she's sexy as hell, like, let's be honest. And she is kind of booked like a badass. When it comes down to Io Sky, super entertaining. Her emoting is super over as well. But even though she doesn't really speak a lot of promos, Asuka too, the only way that you could, I guess, say Andrade could have been better is if he was a dominant in-ring performer. But he doesn't have like that presence that connected to the average fan like an EO or a Vaquer in particular, or a Penta. Another great example is just like he has aura, he has charisma. The when he does his walk, when he dance, the passion you hear from Penta is super entertaining. So I think Andrade is great. I just think that he probably needed a manager. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Zelina Vega should have stayed." What? Like then you're just handicapping Zelina Vega if you wanted her to be Andrade's manager, even though she wanted to be her own single star. The only other wrestler right now that I'm like, I hope it works out for is Julia right now, but I do think they're probably going to book Julia as a dominant figure, and she does have a lot of aura and presentation that makes her more appealing than Andrade. So ultimately, I'm not too upset about this decision. I don't know what happened. I do think it would be great if Andrade went to like TNA. I think he could be a huge star in TNA. Andrade versus Mike Santana would be amazing. Obviously, you can go back to AEW if you wanted to, but for me, I'm not upset. Shout out Andrade. Make sure you get your bag wherever you go, though.